Welcome back, everybody, to game number 2. You're watching the SEA League quarterfinals, and we are currently casting MSIEvoGT versus Team Zenith. Zenith, normally very well known for their split pushing. We didn't really see that last game. We just saw a lot of hero killing, but they're going to start off with a great split pusher. It's the Lone Druid. I'm LD, and I'm joined here today by Winter.
And that instant lifestealer pickup against that Lone Druid.
Yes, the preferred counter for Lone Druid by many teams. Very tanky, and with Zenith, I think they're more. We haven't seen many off-lane Lone Druids recently, but that's a team. It's a team that wouldn't surprise me if Ice is playing it in the off-lane.
Oh, I want to tell you about something I've seen him do in matches. He will use the Lone Druid at the off-lane, and he will just keep using the bear to stack up the creeps behind. And when he reaches like 6 or 7 waves of creep, then the carry will come and farm. Like he'll give the farm to some hero like a Tinker, will start marching and clear out all the creeps and get his boost of travel right up the bat or something like that. I've seen him did this. It was very annoying.
Let's see if he does this game. As for Zenith, they pick up the Rubik. We'll most likely see X Freedom with this, probably the support Juggernaut again, and then the Rubik for Ice. We'll see. You don't have to play it as a support.
Yeah, you can't tell where is the direction of the draft heading.
Yeah, what is Yamate going to play? Juggernaut is a hero that we've seen him play before. It's not one of his preferred heroes, but certainly something he can play.
I just want to see him play one hero. Everyone, all the fans around the world will be happy to see him play that hero. No.
10 seconds.
Take harder. Come on, LD.
Invoker.
I know you got this. No.
5 seconds remaining.
The Shadow Fiend! Shadow Fiend!
Yeah. We haven't seen him play that in a long time. I think the last time I saw him play it was like 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah, he has a lot of fans that love to see him play that Shadow Fiend. And Shadow Fiend is split push style, so it's Zenith style.
They could still fit it in, but they'd have almost 0 disables, and they'd have a very farm-dependent lineup. I feel it would be a very greedy, even more greedy than last game, because at least Lifestealer is hard to kill. Shadow Fiend is not, so we'll see what they go for, but it would be incredible, outrageously greedy.
The thing is, if they run the Juggernaut as a support, they could pick up something like a Puck again to provide that stun for his team if they go for the Shadow Fiend. And if you think about it, they have Rubik, Juggernaut as Shadow Fiend in one lane on the safe lane, Lone Druid on the off lane, Puck on the middle. It's very decent and good for them. They have team fight, they have split push, they have late game, and their early game is not weak either.
We'll see. Yamate, I've seen him playing a lot of Faceless Void as well. I wonder if that'll be in the cards. It doesn't really combo well with Lone Druid or Juggernaut, but it is a hero that they like to play.
You can't hit heroes that are trapped in the chrono if you're a Juggernaut or a Lone Druid.
That's very true. Well, with all that being said, we're now into the next stage of the bans. They ban out Jesse Vash's Quap. Well, I say Jesse Vash. We have seen Ewi play it as well, solo mid. And they got the early Lifestealer. They've got pretty much one of the best tri-lanes in Asia right now, bar none. Lifestealer, Keep of the Light, Shadow Demon. They don't have any other solos.
Well, actually, LD, I prefer the Lifestealer, Keeper of the Light, and Earthshaker.
Yeah. Well, the Shadow Demon's more of a versatile pick, though. He offers you a lot more. It doesn't need as much farm as the Earthshaker. The Earthshaker's a little bit gimmicky for the laning stage, I feel.
Yeah, I have to agree. Earthshaker is just stronger in the late game, but early game, but during the mid game and late game, Shadow Demon just has that versatility of his hero. And they picked up 2 supports and a lane carry, which means MSI now needs 2 solo lanes heroes. Zenith, I won't be surprised if Zenith ban out all the good solo heroes that MSI likes to use. The first one being banned out was a Queen of Pain. Now Darkseer is being banned out as well.
Yeah, that's Jesse Vash's 2 heroes that we've seen him play.
And it's also because Darkseer can annoy the Lone Druid if the Lone Druid goes solo.
Let's see what they do. They could have gone for a Darkseer. I mean, we're likely to see an off-lane Lone Druid. And you could have the Darkseer, the jungle, or in the mid lane, really.
Not to mention the Darkseer plus the Island Shell on the Spirit Bear. That would be very
oh yeah, always annoying.
I'm very interested to see what Zenith is going to bring to the pool. They're just so unpredictable.
MSI really wants to have... They're worried about the push, and you could see why. Healing Ward, Lone Druid Bear and then the Panda would have been very strong push. They finish it off with a solo mid ban. That'll be the TA. Who is left to go solo mid? There is a Beastmaster in the pool. That's something TNC has run on occasion. It's also a decent counter to the Lifestealer if they don't get it themselves. Let's see what they do.
I think Zenith might go for a Tinker this game. They have the Tinker and the Lone Druid to split push and probably run the Juggernaut as a carry, maybe.
Zenith, don't go for Tinker. It'll be a 5-hour game.
10 seconds remaining.
They do like to run their Tinker.
Yeah, they do like. Look,
5
XFreedom is a
seconds
very,
remaining.
very huge fan of Tinker.
Reserve
That's the
time.
one thing
Tinker
about
and
Zenith.
his.
Is they
Yeah.
quite versatile in terms of not all. I'd say they have one of the most, probably the most versatile hero pool, really in Asia, including China, and also very versatile with the player roles.
You mean the new roster, right?
Yeah,
Not the old roster.
yeah. Well, I mean, Yamate's he's always going to be in that farming role, but
Whoa.
the rest of the team.
Dire
We
team
are wrong, my friend. Bane is out to
Are we
terrorize the Lifestealer.
Solo mid Bane?
Yeah, I think it's a solo mid Bane.
So solo mid Bane, offlane lone
Feeble
druid.
on the Feeble on the Lifestealer and Bane Elemental solo mid could potentially be setting up those kills. If the Juggernaut decides to roam, Nightmare will be a perfect setup for that Blade Fury.
And there's almost nobody to even go mid at this point.
10 seconds
There's just
remaining.
not many solo mids left.
Let me check the pool.
5 seconds remaining.
Green Runner, no, not
And
good.
you can, MSI, by the way, is almost out of reserve time here.
Reserve
I think
time.
there's not much good heroes. This is very crucial.
10 seconds
There's either, I
remaining.
think there's still Wind Runner that's pretty much somewhat
about it.
decent.
5 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, the Enigma.
Oh, Enigma solo
Zenith's
mid.
turn to pick.
I guess so. Then who's
Or
gonna be
offlane Enigma.
who's gonna be the other solo? They still need another solo. This is normally why we see teams, they want to pick up one support, one farmer, and a solo.
Yeah,
Because otherwise,
I
it's so easy to counter you with that, especially nowadays, Winter, because you get 3 bans for the second stage, not 2.
Yeah, I talked about this before. Yeah, I don't like for myself personally as a
10
drafter.
seconds remaining.
If you reveal your card too much, like what MSI did, 2 supports and
5
1 carry like you
seconds
mentioned.
remaining.
1 lane is set. The other 2 heroes has to be the solo lane. Your opponent can just, like
Reserve
what Zenith
time.
just did, take away all the solo lane heroes. And you're left in a very, very precarious situation. You have to figure out, maybe it could force them to go for something that they're not comfortable. I have never seen MSI use the Enigma.
I'm actually not sure. I guess it would be Chemo who plays it most likely. He's the 4 position generally.
But there's Keep of Light and Shadow
Oh, but it's
Demon.
gonna be
If
one
you-
of their solos, actually. So yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it would be Jesse Vash.
Yeah, I think it's Jesse Vash.
I gotta say, Jesse Vash, he's been playing. They've been giving him a different hero almost every game. There was a while when I was casting this team where every game he'd play Mag, but we've seen him play Invoker, we've seen him play Queen of Pain. I think we had a game where he played Puck, and now he's playing Enigma. And he's not really in a good rhythm right now, which is understandable given the opposition. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Dire
It's going to be a
team
Storm Spirit. So off lane Low Druid, tri lane safe lane Storm, and then a solo mid Bane, most likely for Zenith.
Or it could be a Juggernaut.
It could be.
Carry on the safe lane and Rubik and Bane as support. LD, someone's telling me that they can't hear you in the Dota 2 TV.
You can. Everyone on the stream can hear me, right? Just Dota TV.
Yeah, I think so.
Testing. All right, it should be working. I did not change anything. Well,
10
sorry for
seconds
anyone who
remaining.
couldn't hear me in Dota TV. I do apologize. Hopefully, it's fixed now.
5
And actually, let me
seconds
make a note to
remaining.
mention to Valve Dota TV bug.
Reserve time.
Phantom Lancer.
Oh, the monkey last pick.
Oh, the PL. He was in the pool. So, the thing is, Zenith. I feel Zenith is going to be much better at executing the kills on the split pushing than what we saw earlier today in the Pinoy games. I feel
It's going to be a support Bane, LD, this game.
Yeah, with who is that? X Freedom playing it.
Yeah, it's XVDM, and you really hate them for not putting up their names.
I really do hate them for doing that.
Confusing.
It's okay though.
So they're gonna do mid lane Storm because XY is a fantastic Storm player. I'm sure you heard a lot of games that how he played his Storm and won it, got his team the
10
victories.
seconds remaining.
Well,
And for the try, I think for MSIEvo it's gonna be the Phantom
Prepare for
Lancer.
battle.
Lifestealer off lane? No. What is the lanes? Oh no,
solo mid
Enigma
life
off
stealer
lane.
because it's Ewi playing it.
Yeah, it's a solo mid Lifestealer.
Well, Ewi's their
And
mid player.
I don't like his chances. He's gonna be up against the Storm, melee heroes against Storm. Not a good news.
Well, Storm probably won't be able to kill him, but he can really shut down
Oh,
dual
I think
lane,
they're
dual
gonna
lane
do
mid.
dual lane middle. Yeah, dual lane middle against the Storm. They're gonna do some mid pull.
All right, wait, sir.
Actually,
Before this game gets too crazy, let's introduce the players. Jesse Vash on the offlane Enigma. Chemo, the former captain on the support Shadow Demon, has a pair of sentries. Picked up Ewi on the Lifestealer with an early Quelling Blade. Really wants to be getting those last hits. Ryo on the safe lane PL. Last but not least, we have Cast, the captain, on that support.
30 seconds
Keeper of the
to
light.
go.
And the ward, as you mentioned, keeps on moving back. Normally we see it around here, but it's now all the way back here.
look at that.
Nice,
That
nice,
one
nice.
is
Taking a lot of damage. Oh, he could have chased for a first blood. He had another spear. They could have at least forced the salve, but oh well.
That ward is getting higher and higher. And for Zenith, we have, of course, Ice on the lone druid on the offlane with his gimmicky plays.
Battle begins.
And we have Ice on the support Rubik. The first rune will spawn at top, Illusion. We have X Freedom probably gonna do a mid pull here. You can see all the trees being chopped, and he has a Quelling Blade on the Bane. And XY on his mid lane Storm. Yamate on the Juggernaut at the bottom lane.
So they're leaving Yamate alone entirely for the moment. Let's see. Presumably Ice will come and help him, or at least assist. Are they going to do the mid pulls to the bottom lane? Are we going to see him throw the creeps up the cliff?
Oh, we're gonna see the Rubik. Yeah, the Rubik.
Maybe not. He could just... The thing is, he could just do normal pulls. But if you really want to shut down the Lifestealer, that is an option.
But he's gonna have a hard time against the Storm. I don't know. I think they're gonna send support to him. I don't see him soloing the Storm at all. It's gonna be so difficult. The Storm has all the 4 last hits in the first wave. 4-0.
4-0 start. Chemo comes in though, has... Oh, not gonna go yet. You really need level 2 to kill that Storm. And the other thing is, Winter, whenever we see the mid pulls, it's not just that you're denying experience to the enemy solo, it's also... Well, he's gonna get the double pull off. Really nicely done. It's also the fact that it's really hard to actually get kills because Bane is a very short distance for him to come and help mid and protect him.
Yeah, you're right. And the mid pull will help him a lot against these 2 heroes. But I think Kimo could have disrupted the Storm just now, like you mentioned. They could have dealt a lot of damage to him. Maybe even kill him. Maybe.
If they get
Because
a good block, they can get a good surround with the disruption illusions.
Yeah, he definitely had a chance. I don't know why he didn't even attempt to... Oh, they're going now.
Oh, they disrupt the
The
start.
courier!
There's the open wounds.
Courier is coming in.
Oh, XY. Oh, the courier is really coming in. Wow, they could have gone for it, but they probably would have given up a first blood. There's actually no points in Electric Vortex yet. Interesting.
Yeah, it's level 2.
And Ice is in trouble top lane. There's no more mana, though. Oh, I don't think they need it. 2 more auto attacks. He's going to salve up. He's juking. He's auto tagging with the bear. Now he goes into the trees. He's got a TP scroll if he needs it. And Ice will live. In fact, no, he's not going to get a kill, but here comes Chemo. And Ice has vision.
Yeah, he bought his own set of observer wards on the offlane. I see him doing this a lot. He always likes to get his own observers when he's on the offlane.
And they wasted both of their sentries. They didn't block anything with those.
They have no idea. Look at his ward. He's just out of the ordinary position on the lane, like you mentioned.
I'm not really sure why they put this ward down. I guess they thought there was a ward that wasn't blocking the camp because the camp was spawning. Chemo, middle lane, in a bit of trouble. It's very weird to see a team try to basically de-ward the camp when it's spawning already, but... I guess they thought maybe he had a ward like over here that could see behind the tower.
They have no idea where he placed his wards. They saw him with the wards before, and later part he didn't have any wards on his hero. And he successfully pull the creeps away. Ice with his gimmicks.
So, oh, look at this. This is a massive creep wave. It's basically 2 waves for Ice. And meanwhile, mid lane, XY winning the farm war there. Bottom lane, Juggernaut free farming. Sure, your PL's getting some farm, but is it worth this? Look at Ryo. He's almost dead. That's the salve. This seems like a game where PL needs to get a Midas to keep up with all the farm they're giving away to the other carries.
But I'm worried if he goes Midas, Because Zenith's heroes, they can definitely take the fight early on without any much items. Storm just needs levels, so is Juggernaut. Lone Druid as well. They can just 5-man and push your tower. And if your PL goes for a Midas, there's nothing you can contribute for your team.
That's very true. Can they win this though? When the PL's not even the top farmer of the map, if he doesn't go Midas. There's 3 heroes that scale quite decently. Juggernaut eventually won't be that useful, but I mean, that takes a while, you know, before... They don't need that many others to be effective, but they do scale reasonably well with them, so I'm not sure they can afford not to go for it. Either way, it's going to be tough. They're giving away so much farm to these 3. And levels to Ice.
That's why I worry for them. I worry for them when they pick this dual core. Oh, mid lane.
There's the surround, they caught him. XY is gonna get the first blood himself. The Shadow Demon stood right next to him. In fact, he may get away. He may get a double kill. Oh god, he's got the zip.
Ultimate.
He's got the zip. Is he gonna? No, he's not gonna go for it. Oh,
Just a bit worried.
wow, the Shadow Demon. He went for the surround, but Chemo probably should have backed off there after the storm got low enough instead of staying and tanking that last remnant. Cost him his life.
It was also because he got Vortex as well. He couldn't run. He probably thought he was dead anyway, and he was just trying to deal as much as damage as he can to the storm.
Looks like the stream should be fine. Yamate getting that free farm has not actually really spent his gold yet.
For this game,
Maybe
it
it's going...
comes down to the plan of their team. If they want to go for an early push, Yamate could go for the drums and Facebook build and join his team early on to push with the Lone Druid and his healing ward. You can see he already skilled 2 points on healing ward. It's a sign that they want to stick and push early and not to farm too much. And I don't think he will go for a Midas if this is the case. Mecha should be done by... Oh wait, who's gonna do the mecha?
Boy, look at XY. He's so fat. He's up against the dual lane and he's got 31 CS. And the constant mid pulls really help with this, but he's also just CSing very well. And he's... Even with the Shadow Demon here, it feels like the Shadow Demon Chemo just isn't offering anything to the lane right now. And now Ice is gonna pick up an invis on the bottom lane.
Once the storm reaches... Yeah, once the storm reaches level 6, there's nothing the Shadow Demon can do to him.
Even before that, he was getting a lot of farm.
And Jesse Wash is still... I'm surprised that he's still level 4. I thought he went to jungle very shortly after.
And he's not really shutting down the Juggernaut at all. Rubik's been pulling the safe lane. Uh-oh. Bane's in trouble. Bane's in a lot of trouble. Body block needs to be perfect while the Eidolons do the damn... Nope, just gonna sleep.
Wake himself up with us. Wake himself up.
I think the Bane was gone anyway, but yeah, he could have woken himself up earlier.
But the last Taylor didn't actually run. I think he could have made it on time if he ran as soon as they saw the Bane Elemental there. But clearly he has no interest on running and chasing the hero. He just wants to farm right now.
There's not a whole lot to XY. Is gonna duck inside the trees just to make sure that nobody saw him. Now he pops the Invisor and he's gonna start hunting the enemy jungle. He should see all 3 supports top. Let's see if he goes for a huge wraparound gank, and it looks like he will. They got the tier 1 bottom. Yamate sitting on another 1,500 gold. And Zenith starting to prowl around, and Ryo is looking squishy. They could easily kill him with a zip pull. Chemo's here to disrupt, but if he backs off at the wrong moment, Ryo could be caught out. XY is just waiting.
He's just waiting.
We may see a TP soon from... Nope.
Stalking his prey.
Juggernaut has a TP.
If he TPs down, he will only have mana for 1 spell.
XY is trying to bait up the disruption. The disruption is on XY, who probably won't care. Oh, he misses the zip. That wasn't the best angle, but I think... he's really diving for this. He's gonna run out of mana, and he's got 5 stick charges, but Ryo may be able to bring him down. No, Ryo's out of mana himself. Doesn't have a soul ring. The bear is working on Chemo. Chemo's gonna drop. XY's still alive. There's no mana on the Phantom Lancer. XY looks like he's gonna get away. He's got 1 more bottle charge. He'll pop it now. And that is not good. That Storm just basically initiated a solo gank into 3 heroes, and they end up getting 2 kills, score now 3-0.
Yeah, 2 heroes killing 3 heroes. Oh my god, that was very fantastic play by the Storm there. He knew his limits.
And he pushed it to the limit.
Dire's bottom tower is under
And now they're
Yeah,
giving some levels to the Bane, the Rubik.
This is MSI is so far behind right now. I can't really explain how bad it is for them. Mid lane, he's dead. Oh no. Managed to rage.
Yeah, there's no Bane ult yet, but it's only going to get harder once that comes out. And they can also kite the Lifestealer so easily. Again, I feel the only way they can win this game is if PL is just absolutely disgustingly fat. But it's going to be so long before he gets that farm.
But it's usually you see that after 40 minutes.
Yeah,
Not now.
maybe 30 if you're just getting a lot of kills and free farm, but you know, at this rate, it may be 50. He didn't go Midas, and he's not farming well in lane. Ryo's got a heavy burden to bear if he wants to carry this game. And it looks like Yamate is going for his favorite item. It's the Battle Fury.
Yeah, it's gonna be a battle for you. They are going to be contented. Now you can see the plan. They're gonna be contented farming, not to push early. If he went for the drums, you know they want to stick as fireman and push down early towers. He even goes Battle Fury for Chaos Knights, which I don't really personally like.
Every player has their own style, even if it's not optimal. It's their style, I guess. Well, there's just it's such a passive game, but the passivity is definitely favoring Zenith. They have so many here. Even their supports really benefit from levels. And
They are 5,000 gold ahead now at 10 minutes.
I almost feel like it's worse than 5,000 gold. Because it's the levels that are the bigger concern for me. In some ways. Because Rubik's about to hit level 6. He's been pulling constantly. Bane's been constantly mid-pulling. Has his arcane boots. I mean, these supports, compare it to MSI. They defensive trialing. Keeper's only level 4.
Bottom lane.
Yeah, this is not happening for MSI.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, middle lane. Lifesteal forced to rage again. That Bane ult is coming soon, and he's not going to be able to get away with that much longer.
He is level 6 soon.
Yeah,
After this siege, nothing is going well for MSI. They tried to gang bottom and it didn't work because there was vision there. Zenith knew that the Enigma took a haste and was running bottom. I have to say, things are not looking good for MSI. They might have the Roshan advantage, but...
Ice is gonna hit level 6. He wanted to focus the catapult down to ensure that it fell. Now Ewie's out of place. He doesn't have mana, and he's got 14 stick charges, though. He'll pop them. He's still going to melt. He does fall. Ice is alive. Finally, he falls.
LD, I don't understand that. Why did he disrupted the storm when he could have disrupted the main elemental that was gripping the Lifestealer?
Maybe a misclick.
But they're so far apart from each other.
Yamate...
I just think it's a bad decision to disrupt the Storm Spirit there.
Yeah, disrupting Storm generally isn't that good anyway. I mean, even if your carry's not low, because he can chase very easily with his ultimate.
It's either you disrupt the Bane or you disrupt the Lifestealer that was being gripped. Yeah. There's no way he was disrupting the Storm Spirit there. That was just a bad decision by Kimo. Well, he made a lot of bad decisions, you know. And I was looking at the chat before the game started. The admins were rushing MSI to join the game, and MSI said they needed to check out that first blood.
Oh, from the last game, you mean?
Yeah, they were obviously talking, and I think some of his teammates were not too happy about it.
Or they wanted to at least make sure it won't happen again. Jesse Vash is gonna run away the Eidolons.
Oh, money, more money for the.
They're worth so much. Everyone is basic. It's like what 60% of a creep, something like that. Pretty damn good.
What is it now? Almost 7k gold lead. 2 minutes later, 2k increase of gold lead. And with the tower going down now, it's gonna be even worse.
PL is gonna do the only thing he can, and he's rotated to the bottom lane. He's been here for like 2 minutes or so. Mid lane, the TPN from Storm, who zips away. They just don't have the lockdown for Storm either. That's the other thing we have to be worried about for
look at him.
Look at him, just slowly chipping away. It's only a level 1 overload. He's gone for the max Remnant first.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about before the game. Who was the Storm that killed?
It was Ninja Boogie.
This was what we both preferred.
Well, if you're gonna play the split push, yes.
This game, the Storm is more likely to support his teammate more instead of farming too much.
Ice. Yeah. I just keep on coming to check his bear. He's been doing... You'll see most players do this for the first 5 minutes, maybe 8. Ice has been doing it for 13 minutes straight. And what happens is your creeps push into the enemy tower and die, and then eventually the enemy team just has a massive wave like this. And now the lane's gonna push, which means he
This
can
was
farm.
what I was talking about. This was what I was talking about before.
He's been. I've been occasionally checking in on it. There's, you know, we've been.
Look at him! Look at what he's doing! Look at what he's doing!
dropping his stout
Dropping
shield.
the stout shield.
Oh, this is too much. And this is what you were talking about last game. Is sometimes people just get so mad at Ice 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 that they decide they're gonna focus on him, even if it's not maybe worth having three heroes gank the bear.
Yeah, he just gets so annoyed.
He's almost got a relic too. He's up to 3k gold.
Oh, when the offlane lone druid has 3k gold at 40 minutes, you know you're screwed.
And they've only
know?
gotten 2 towers. It's not even that many. Oh, Dust is up bottom lane. He doesn't have Diffuser Blade. He's not even close to that. Omni Slash, as well as the Bane Grip. Easy kill. Good movement by X Freedom, or by Ice. God damn it.
It's X Freedom.
Yeah,
X
that's what
Freedom.
it is, X Freedom.
It's on Rubik.
These guys, they'll be the death of me, Winter.
Don't worry, I'll be here to bail you out. This is so much passivity, and even though you think about it, the opponent has definitely the better late game in the lifestealer and the PL, but Zenith are just content with just farming right now, controlling the game even further, taking more map control, slowly taking down the tier 1 towers out.
This is very unlikely to go to late game. XY's about to have an Orchid. Lone Druid's about to have a Relic.
This is what I like about Storm, going for that fast arcade.
He clearly was listening to the cast. Yamate being dove bottom lane. He is going to TP out, but it might be a little bit too late. Yamate has overestimated, and now the tower will even be denied.
Finally, something going MSI's way.
He could have TP'd earlier and gotten out, but he wanted to make sure he last hit the tower, and then the glyph came out, and he paid. The Orchid isn't up, but if XY finds 1 kill, he'll have it. There's actually a dire ward here, so he was spotted, and
you know,
now Enigma's
I remember what Mushi always say. I will never forget this. Never die for a tower. It's never worth it. He will always repeatedly tell us, and if one of us dies to try and get a tower, he would go on and talk about how silly it is.
Do you care to enlighten the viewers a bit more as to why it's never worth it?
Because if you die and it gets, it depends on the situations. Most of the situation is just not good because you give XP and gold away. And sometimes when you are the carry, you give away a lot of experience to the opponent. And not to mention, when you have a streak on, it's even worse. And if you get the tower denied, at least you got half of the gold. It's still not too bad. So he always states that it's not worth it to try and go for to stop the deny.
Well, if you think about it, if you give up the kill, then you're mid lane. There's going to be action, dewarding. Counter war was dewarded rather.
But they were afraid to go on him.
They're afraid to go
Look
on
at
this
Bane.
Bane.
He just TP'd out right away. He was so afraid as well for himself.
Well, there's
But
nothing to
MSI
stop it. There's just disruption, which was already used.
I think they could have killed him there. They definitely could have killed him. I don't know why they didn't even try.
Yeah, if
They were
they
just
had
like
Infest, they could have channeled Illuminate, and Demonic Purge, and throwing poison out there. It might have been enough. They didn't even try for it.
Kimo wanted to kill him, but Cass was saying, no, it's too dangerous. We can't see their heroes on the map. Look at Ice, the bear.
Yeah, he's still doing it at 17 minutes in. Bo Winter, to go back to your previous point about, because I think it's very interesting, we're talking about a bit more. You know, if you think about it, when you get a tower, if the tower gets denied, you lose around 500 gold for your team. But if you give up the kill, then they get, then you're giving away 200. So it's really only like a 300 net gain, or even less. Yeah, Storm's going in. And, Ewi is gonna pick off Ice, who really got greedy there. Zenith, overextending a bit.
I think he was trying to bail out the Storm, but the Storm was like, oh, I'm fine. I don't need you to come. I just wanted to see if there's any heals here.
Well, you have to know that Storm's gonna be fine, because there's only one way to kill him, and that's Black Hole. I mean, there's just no lockdown.
To be fair, I don't really blame support players, because as a support player, the first thing you see when your team's carries in trouble, obviously your first reaction, you're trying to get as close as possible to the scene to try and help out whatever thing you can do to help him. It's just a support mentality.
Bottom tower is under attack.
I wouldn't say it's not good, or sometimes it's just you have to judge the situation. Like you said, they can't kill the Storm without the Black Hole.
To be fair, you know, it's better to be a little too helpful and die than to not help your carries and let them feed. But
that's what I don't really blame Ice for. Even if I'm the captain, it's just something like sometimes it happens, stuff like that. You think your carry is in trouble, but in reality, oh, here comes the zip in.
Here comes the bait ult on Ewi, who's now locked in position. Omni Slash and death. There comes the zip as well. Chemo is going to die, almost certainly. Down he will go. Cass is just dying to auto attacks from the Orchid bonus damage. Lots of physical damage. Black Hole was completely whiffed. Slept immediately. Was not able to catch out X-Frida. Pays for it. Jesse Vash will fall. Cass just channeling. And he is going to unleash the Illuminate. Nice Illuminate. Gets one, but you really need more. An immediate TP. Good awareness from X-Freedom. He'll escape. And meanwhile, Ice is not even fighting with this team. He's pushing top. He's got his Radiance. The 3 highest farmers are all on Zenith. 8,600 on Juggernaut, 8,400 on the Storm, 7,000 on the Lone Druid, and the next closest is a 6,000 net worth safe lane PL.
This is GG already, in my opinion.
Over 10k gold lead, over 10k or 8k experience lead.
Look at the keep up, like he's gonna die. He's gonna die.
You can't even disrupt him because you can purge it. Yeah, that's the one tool.
I think he's gonna go for it. Oh, that's the Enigma here.
Well, Ice feeds away the bear, but does force even when the Keeper of the Light's living. That's 4 heroes just sitting around mid trying to save him.
That's why I said it's already. This is too much for them to bear. This disadvantage is just outrageous.
Well, we do see why Zenith is one of the best teams in Southeast Asia. They just make it look easy.
They just need a gem right now to destroy all the map.
Oh, Rage was stolen by Ice, and so he's very difficult to kill actually. But the Eidolons might be enough to. They will pick him off. Oh boy, now Ice in trouble. He's
gonna get that Enigma.
Oh, there's a bait ult on Ewi. Ice trying to TP away. He will not get away in the end.
He got the kill on the Enigma.
X-Freedom gonna TP away as well. Oh boy, here comes the Storm, the big bad Storm. There's an Omni Slash, catches out both carries. They're not done yet. One more zip. The Orchid's pulling out in 8 seconds. It looks like he's waiting. No, he's not gonna go. Interesting. Really thought he could have had the kill there on Ryo, but I'm worried about the Mana Leak, I guess.
I was thinking he would.
There's no Mana Leak.
There's no point in I was thinking he might try to kill the Keeper of the Light. He got his DPS up. That's the good news, but they're just so far behind. Even though it's just 5 kills, the deficit, but they just got controlled in the map, got out farmed. Look at the vision of Zenith. I'm just waiting for the gem right now. The gem, control the map, take the last 2 remaining after tier 2 towers of MSI, then go for Roche, then end the game. It's gonna be just this routine. They don't even need to smoke gang anything right now in my opinion, but they could do it. It's up to them.
They could force down mid. They have healing ward, they have Lone Druid.
They can do whatever they want, LD, to win the game. And there's nothing MSI can do. Look at it, it's another pickup. Oh, no Orchid? He missed the Orchid, he did not Orchid.
Doesn't seem like it's gonna matter one lick. There's no Mana Leak, so there's just no way to kill him. Unless he runs out of mana, which he will. Now he's gonna TP away after ulting. And he'll get away. No Malefice, I think he's just out of range.
Sad. It's sad to be in this situation for a team because
this is much worse than IX Mike's situation in the international.
You're getting manhandled by the team, your opponent, but there's nothing you can do about it because you just fought so far behind in the first 10 minutes. And Zenith is just the perfect team to demonstrate how badly they can punish a team. Oh, top lane.
Yeah,
the Juggernaut drop down.
Nah, he needs more illusions. He's not getting them. He needed, I think, 1 more illusion from Juxtapose, and he would have had it.
No luck there. Yeah, not so lucky there.
Storm spots the Keeper of the Light, and this will be yet another kill. I mean, what is there to say? XYC is a hero, the hero's dead. And they have such a good ward to spot. Like you said.
He's doing what I said just now, LD. Going for the Orchid first, then only the Bloodstone. This is far more the better build, in my opinion.
Especially in a game like this, where you're up against a split push lineup, that early Orchid just allows you to punish the supports when they try to defend towers. Even the PL can't feel safe. If there was a Bloodstone, he doesn't feel nearly as nervous.
Yeah, I think he's gonna try and kill.
Oh, Lifestealer gets off the... But even then, it's a Lifestealer has to run from a Storm. That really tells the story of the game.
But, oh yeah, they have vision there, spotting the Storm, picking up the rune. No wonder he's prepared for that. But it already tells the story of the game. Like you said, your carry running away from the storm. That's not something you want to see. Just waiting for the gem. Is the gem up already from
Dire's
Zenith?
top tower is under attack.
Check.
No gem. I almost want to say they just don't need one. It's always good to have, but they can make so many mistakes and they're still probably going to win the fights.
Are fortified.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, this
They're
is
just so far.
XY's
Oh, the
out of
storm's
mana.
gonna
He
get killed.
can
Storm's gonna get killed.
Oh, I think he wanted to TP there, but no, he might actually die. There's a healing ward available. Will be placed down. Yamate is here.
Oh, he got rooted.
that root. That root. The Omni Slash was used, but they don't have detection and it wears off. Oh, he's able to get away.
That's it. You need a gem. You need a gem.
Well, to get the extra kills. Let's see if this will... The lack of gem is not going to stop these towers from taking damage. That's for sure.
That was just.
As always,
Oh.
you are right, Winter, but I don't know that it matters.
Yeah, it doesn't. Juggernaut has a scepter. I'm even surprised that he went for the scepter.
This is not a very cost-effective item, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, if you go for Mask of Madness, though, it can be quite good. You get a lot of extra slashes. But against PL, your ultimate's really not going to do that much in most cases. And the Eidolons as well.
I'm already questioning the first item, Battle Fury. But Battle Fury helps against the illusions. So, might not be the worst thing.
If you go for Battle Fury, I just feel like, oh, XY is killing off Jesse Vash. Or anybody who's... Jesse Vash, maybe if he had a BKB, he could live, but otherwise there's just no chance. And the push begins. Meanwhile, Yamate farming bottom, stopping the PL split push by himself.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
But yeah, when you go for Battle Fury, physical damage just goes so well with Cleave. And tagging him. Oh, he might even... Oh, Ryo.
Oh, he's.
Oh, he's
so
got to
close.
be careful not to step into the Cleave. He will TP.
No, but he just burn out all his mana. Even though he has a scepter, huge mana pool. It's huge mana pool for asking to be burned.
Zenith has changed their picture, by the way. It's now X-Freedom.
Yeah, wait. Why do I see both teams having the same picture?
I think your computer is being hacked right now.
I'm serious, LD. I'm not trolling. I'm seeing both same pictures.
Which one? Both MSI? Or both?
No, Zenith.
What'd I miss?
I see Zenith's pictures.
Oh, that was a bit of a blunder there by XY, but he's got a gem and it just doesn't matter. So, Orchid's a creep and then still gets the kill anyway. More bad news for MSI.
There's the gem. There's the gem.
I want a hero to carry it. I think the only thing that's better than this is a Night Stalker with a scepter.
Yeah, Night Stalker with a scepter. You already have Mad Hack, and all you need is True Sight.
But this is pretty damn close. You made out of Map Pack, but you can fly. You can freaking fly, man. There's no other hero except for Batrider who can do that.
This is even better than flying, to be honest, LD. This is like
Riding the lightning.
Oh wait, LD. This is an important point. Storm doesn't skill level 3 ball lightning when he's level 17.
I'm not aware of any reason why you wouldn't want to do that. It scales pretty good. Pretty
Skill's
well.
pretty good.
Dire's
Maybe he
middle
just
tower
misclicked.
is under attack.
But it's level 17. You have 2 chances to pick it. I think he does this on purpose.
I wonder why. We'll find out later after they finish killing off Chemo and Awi with the Omni Slash. The buyback from the Lifestealer. This is the last stand for MSI. The Horde is mounting. Still the Storm lives. He's bottling up. He's mech'd up. He's in the healing ward. They can't bring him down. This damn Tubby Panda is not going down. And the Ghoul is doing what he can, which is to say basically nothing. He's got no items. He will most likely just be slept and then focus. No, they get the racks. Will they back off? Zenith. Surprising to see them not diving the base, but they are going to do the smart thing and now go for Roche. And now we're going to start
Radiant's
seeing the
bottom
drawings
tower
on the
is under
map.
attack.
The sunglasses, the reverse sunglasses coming out.
Yeah, I was saying I didn't know who's gonna go for the Mecha for Zenith, and the Rubik did it. He's actually very rich as well.
Arcanes as well.
This is just too much.
You compare...
That's so...
When your Rubik is as rich as the enemy Keeper of the Light, you know that you're getting a lot of farm that you normally would not get.
Look at the hate for the Panda Bear.
Ice. Just anything. Anything to bring down that he loves.
Diffuser.
Even defusal charge he is dying.
Oh,
They even
it's
bring
not
it down.
dying. It's still not dying.
Oh,
Slow.
it's gonna live. He's dropping his radiance and he pulls
Yes.
the bear back. Ice. You devious bastard, you.
Oh my god, that's so.
That's
too much,
just
man.
cruel, man. That's just rude. Ice has no manners. I would not invite him over my house for dinner. I'll tell you that right now, Winter. Next time you see him, you should feed him some greasy Malaysian food and tell him it's something else and give him an upset stomach. That'll teach him a lesson.
That's a good idea. I like that idea.
I remember when he just got back from either it was SMM or the Asia. I forget which, and he was streaming and he just kept on like moaning about how his stomach was hurting and Malaysian food was so greasy. It was funny.
Yeah, it was the Asia. He wasn't here for SNM.
Oh yeah, you're right.
This is just game over. This is one of the hardest one-sided match, I think, for the whole event.
Dire's bottom tower
I think
GG
it
Porsche.
is. I think it's the most.
The score really doesn't tell the story of how well Zenith control and rape the whole game. It's just better execution, better tactics, knowing what, and it's also the draft as well MSI had.
Dire's bottom
It's
tower
just
has fallen.
Lifestealer and Phantom Lancer together, just very. And unless they were running the Lifestealer on the off lane,
Is under attack.
there wasn't any idea I could think of that could help them in the early game, because you basically have two heroes you need to protect in the early phase, and that proved to be too much for MSI.
And all the little things, like Zenith dual laning mid, so they could shut down the enemy dual lane mid and protect their storm. Great individual play from XY, getting out farming the enemy dual lane when Bay wasn't even really helping him directly. Ice obviously getting so much accomplished. That big juke top, I mean, the individual play, the strategic decisions in the game, the execution of the strategy, and of course the draft. I mean, in every respect. Winter, if we go back to the draft, we remember they picked up the Keeper of the Light and the Shadow Demon and the Lifestealer, and they did not pick up a solo mid or a solo at all. And it was just slim pickings. The way that they drafted, we see why you can't really do that. You get quartered.
You got cornered in the draft. That was very, very in a disadvantage. Even the game hasn't started, you could feel the stress situation that MSI got them in the draft.
Well, unfortunately, it is going to be the end of the road for MSI Evo GT, but not for us here Beyond the Summit. I'm LD, he's Winter, and we have one more best out of 3 to bring to you guys before it's all said and done. First Departure and Neolucia International have already advanced. Zenith will be playing First Departure. Singaporean blood will be shed tomorrow. But that does wrap it up for Zenith for today. We now move to our final match of the day, which will be Neolution Orange in a best out of 3 against Invasion Gigabyte. Stay tuned for that coming up here in just a few moments. You're watching the SEA League. Thank you all very much for tuning in. It's such a privilege to have such a great turnout, and great to see so many fans of Asian Dota supporting the scene and helping it grow. We hope you guys will stay with us the rest of the way. Stay tuned for more action.